tragedy of the past was not the passage of the budget in good time. The budget was not passed in good time. I think the tragedy of the past, and could be the tragedy of tomorrow, is for us not to be able to get the revenues. This is important. But this time around, we have fixed or we have passed the finance bill. The finance bill will provide a lot more revenues to government. We have also passed the amendment to the production sharing contract. That will also provide a lot more revenues. We all know that the production sharing contract was never available to fund our budget properly. In fact, in 2019, 350 billion naira was earmarked, but we couldn't get anything out of that. Next year, by the grace of God, because of the amendment, we are going to get close to 2 billion naira and $2 billion. And that is going to be a marked difference from what it used to be. So we are going to work on revenue generation, collection, and remittance. Once we are able to get our revenues, we are all determined on both sides, both the legislature and the executive, to ensure that the budget 2020 is implemented fully. And we believe that the Nigerian public will be on support of what we are going to do on this, because we continuously ask for the understanding of Nigerians, for support, because governance is not about those who are in office. It is about everybody playing his role. So I believe that our initial or our problems in the past was probably not passing the budget in good time. Now we are passing it in good time. What we need is to ensure there is revenue to implement the budget. And I'm so confident and optimistic that we will have the revenues to implement the 2020 budget. We will work together with the executive to ensure that the revenues continue to stream in.
I think it's very straightforward. We have committees in place in both houses. That's the work of the committees. The committees, both in the Senate and the House, were carefully selected. The chairman were carefully selected. The membership was carefully selected. And I believe there's a lot of responsibility on us to monitor the budget, and we will do that. We have a year to monitor the budget, January to December. Just as it gives investors confidence, it also gives members of the National Assembly that will be oversight, confidence and room to do their work. So I don't think there will be any problem in terms of monitoring and oversight.
Nigerians want to know what's the driving force behind this uncommon passion to work with the executive in effective service delivery to Nigerians?
I'll quarrel with the word uncommon. Everybody has a passion to work with it. Everybody has the good of Nigeria at heart. It's just a question of being in the right environment, enabling environment, having harmony between the two, the executive and the legislature. So everybody has, it's not uncommon. It's common passion, but are you able to unleash it? And that's what we've been able to do. There's a synergy between the executive and the legislature like never before. Many are want to criticize that. Many, because you have a lot of naysayers. Many will say you're rubber stamped. I find it funny. I was just discussing with one of my colleagues. On one hand, they say you're rubber stamp. On the other hand, they say the budget has come out with higher figures. So which one is it? Are you rubber stamp, or are you doing what you're supposed to do as a legislature? So there will always be naysayers, but we believe, and we believe that we will continue to do what we need to do as a legislature, and the executive will do what they're doing. And the harmony that is between the two, guess who benefits? It's not us, it's not the executive, it's the Nigerian people.